Here we are with episode 78. Here we are, boys, with episode 78 of Come Chill With Your Boy. Hey, before we get into it, guys, I gotta reiterate this every stream. I have to reiterate this every stream. I forgot how to do the intro that fast. Anyways, guys, welcome back. Here we are, boys. Here with episode 78 of Come Chill With Your Boy. Before we get into it, guys. I have to reiterate this every stream. Every time I do one of these, guys, I have to reiterate this. If at any point in this stream y'all hear me stuttering or tripping over my words, I've got a speech impediment. That's why I stutter. That's why I trip over my words. Anyways, guys, let's get into the. Let me get the promotional. You see why I hate the speech impediment? Here. So let's just get the. I hate the speech impediment. It's so annoying. But that's okay. It's okay. So let's get the promotional stuff out of the way. And then we can get into it, guys. So, y'all get the boxing stream next. Or no, y'all get the boxing stream at the end of the month. I'll talk about all the greats. I'll talk about Mike Tyson, Muhammad Ali, Joe Frazier, Joe Louis, Rocky Marciano, etc. I'll talk about all the greats at the end of the month. Also, guys, I'm still working on The White Knight, on Ogre's 8, on the Dragon King trilogy, and the broader world of Evaloria, and I'm still working on Gunblade. I'm still working on the Samurai and Gunslinger. Okay, now that I have the promotional stuff done, now that I've done the intro, we can actually properly get into this. So, what do y'all want to talk about, baby? What do y'all want to talk about? Also, hold up a minute, hold up. There we go. Lighting fixed, there we go. Lighting's done properly, there we go. So, now we get into it, guys. We are almost 3 minutes into this. Now we get into it. Now we can get into it, guys. So, I've got the intro done and the promotional stuff out of the way. So, what do you want to talk about? Because we can talk about anything, guys. Anime, manga, comic books, history, mythology, philosophy, psychology. We can talk about any of that stuff, guys. Hello, my dear viewer. But yeah, we can talk about any of that stuff, guys. Anything and everything, you know. Like, we can talk about anything and everything. So, like, I mean, we've got plenty of stuff here to talk about. I mean, if y'all go to the channel, if y'all leave the stream right now and go to the channel and read the channel description, y'all know what I'm about. Also, if y'all are interested, I've got playlists up on the channel. I've got everything organized now, guys. Everything is organized now properly. I've got my gaming stuff organized, and I've got my music stuff organized as well. Also, guys, y'all will get 2 songs on December 1st. Because I believe the last 2 songs that y'all got from me, the last song y'all got from me was Songs of the Galilee, of which, yes, it was. And that was a long time ago, rather. So y'all get more music from me on December 1st. On December 1st, I'll be releasing 2 new songs. So yeah, keep an eye out for that, guys. And if y'all like any of the content I've done up until this point, or if y'all are interested in checking out any of the playlists I've got on the channel, please do so. and everything. So yeah. But really, guys, I don't know what to talk about. I've talked about so many. I've talked about so much, guys. I've talked about so much. Hey, but really, I'm not sure what to actually talk about this time. This is episode 78. Two more episodes, and we'll be at 70. Two more episodes, and we'll be at episode 70, which is incredible. Oh no, my bad. We will be at episode 80. I cannot do math properly, apparently. But yeah, guys, it's very, very cool and very, very good. But yeah, it's just very, very interesting, guys. It's very, very interesting just doing this, just setting up the camera properly, and just talking to y'all for an hour straight every night from 10 p.m. to 11 p.m. Like, just doing this and having y'all watch is a true blast. Because because my speech impediment, no one is going to watch this. No one even cares. Because I take far too long to say what I'm trying to say. And really, guys, what needs to happen is I need to become more articulate. I need to learn to think better, to think more clearly, of which I'm always trying to do. I'm always trying to improve, always trying to always trying to improve my thinking and my brain and all that. I'm trying to learn. Well, I know how to read and write. I'm a reader and writer, guys. I'm a storyteller. I love books. I love movies. I love TV. I love stories in general, guys. Like, I've read some phenomenal books. I've read The Hunger Games by Suzanne Collins. I've read The Hobbit and The Lord of the Rings. And the I hate my speech impediment. It is so effing annoying. I bloody hates it. I hate, double hate, loathe entirely. My speech impediment, it is so annoying. God, just speak already, you bumbling buffoon of a man. You stupid, idiotic, illiterate, southern son of... I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. I'm being too hard on myself I'm being too hard on myself, guys. Need to calm down. Need to calm down and relax. I gotta calm down. I gotta relax because I'm too hard on myself, guys. I hold myself to such a high standard because, man, it sucks. It really does. When you've got a speech impediment, when you got a speech impediment along with a plethora of other stuff, like, it adds fuel to the fire. It adds fuel to the fire, guys. I mean, at this point, that's all I'm doing. That's all I'm doing is adding fuel to the fire. And I'm a reader and writer, guys. I'm a storyteller. Even though I've got nothing published yet, I've written some straight up horrible stories, but I don't have anything published yet, guys. My first two stories that will be published. All right, bro. Later. Hey, but my first two stories that will be published is The White Knight and Ogre's 8. The White Knight is coming out in May of next year, and it is one chapter, 20 pages, 4 to 6 panels per page. Same with Ogre's 8. Ogre's 8 is coming out in October of next year, and that is one chapter, 20 pages, 4 to 6 panels per page. So, as y'all can clearly tell, I do manga stuff, or comic book stuff, rather. I mean, I like the Japanese way of storytelling as far as manga goes, I like Dragon Ball, Bleach, One Piece. I like Dragon Ball, Bleach, One Piece, One Punch Man, all that stuff. I love anime and manga, of which I'm a huge fan of. And yeah, that's kind of what I'm doing. Actually, that is exactly what I'm doing, but I can't draw. I cannot draw, guys. I cannot draw. So, yeah, I'm just a writer, guys. I'm gonna have to find an artist and a editor eventually, but that's fine because I will. I will find an artist and an editor eventually to work with, and we'll get that going here for you guys. But yeah, I mean, all of this stuff I'm doing, all this stuff I'm doing is very good. Like, I mean, I'm just like thinking through things right now. Even currently in the stream right now, I'm just currently just trying to think through things and to think of the best way forward. I'm trying to think of the best way forward. What's the best way for me to go? Small and incremental and somewhat trivial steps, although they're not trivial. And because I like I like storytelling, guys. I like reading and writing. I like history, mythology, philosophy, psychology. I like all that stuff, guys. And like I said, I've read some fantastic books, guys. I stand on the shoulders of giants. I've read those that came here before me, like like I mentioned earlier. Hey, The Hunger Games, The Hobbit, hey, The Lord of the Rings, hey, the Bible, obviously. Even though the Bible is a very old book, it is well over 2,000 years old. It is an ancient text. But I've read pretty much everything J.R.R. Tolkien has ever wrote. I've read Narnia and a bunch of other C.S. Lewis books. Now, C.S. Lewis he's a good author. He's not just a good author, he's a phenomenal author. I love C.S. Lewis. And I hate the speech impediment, but y'all know the drill. But yeah, I've also read pretty much everything Shakespeare's. Well, I haven't read all. I, well, let me correct that. I haven't read all of Shakespeare's plays, but I've read a good bit of them. I've read Macbeth, Hamlet, The Tempest. Obviously, I've read Romeo and Juliet, and my favorite one being Othello. Othello is great. If you haven't read it, go read it. Go read some. Go read William Shakespeare's plays. They are phenomenal, truly great. And I've also read Dante's Divine Comedy, aka the Commedia, Inferno, Purgatorio, and Paradiso. All good books. All phenomenal, all great books. I mean, truly, guys. Dante's Divine Comedy, right? Dante's Divine Comedy is truly great. Inferno, Purgatorio, and Paradiso. Inferno, Purgatorio, and Paradiso. These three books, guys. Hell, Purgatory, Heaven. Okay, what is this trilogy about? The Commedia, or the Divine Comedy, is Dante Alighieri's, well, I don't want to say fan fiction, but like it's a phenomenal trilogy, guys. It's really good. It's really deep and thematical and all that. Like, I've never encountered a well. Look, I'm trying to look. What's the point? What's the point of all this? What's the point I'm trying to make with all this, right? It's that Dante's journey from hell, purgatory to finally heaven is just poignant and very, very good and very, very rich with themes and deeper lessons to dive into. Like Dante goes through the 9 circles of hell with his guide, Virgil. And then he goes through, I believe, the 7 stages of purgatory. And then he goes through paradise. And why? Why does he do all this? To get back to his love, Beatrice. All of this stuff is very, very interesting. And you can interpret it this way. Like, Dante goes through hell to... He has to go through hell to get to paradise. It's basically... I'm not sure how to describe it, guys, because I don't have the necessary means right now. I mean, I've read the text. It is a phenomenal text. I mean, you can look at it like this. Dante has to go through hell to get his soul. Or no, my bad, that's purgatory. He has to go, he has to go through hell, and he meets a lot of people there. He meets a lot of people in hell, but he has to go through the he has to go through the 9 circles of hell. The first one being limbo. He goes from limbo all the way to betrayal, of which is the 9th circle of hell. Of which I love the way the Dante has the sins organized, or has the 9 circles organized. Of which I think he's right in a way. I think Dante is right in a way that betrayal is the worst. Well, I don't want to get into semantics here, but there's something to be said about Dante putting betrayal, in other words, broken trust, broken faith, in the last circle of hell, that being the 9th circle of hell. Now, you would think hell it would be incredibly heated and incredibly hot. You'd be wrong in this case, or at least in this case, because Dante actually does the exact opposite here. Dante does the exact opposite here. So, the deeper you go into hell, the colder it gets. The colder it gets. Like the 9th circle of hell, the 9th and final circle of hell has Satan frozen up to his chest in ice. And Satan in Satan in Inferno is this 3-headed beast, parroting or parroting or parroting. How do you say that? Parroting. He's basically parroting the Father, Son, and Holy Spirit. He's basically parroting the Holy Trinity there, of which I think is a smart move. Truly, if you read the book, if you read the text, hey, then you know what I'm talking about. Because most people don't read it. Most people have only read the Inferno, which is the first part of the trilogy, or the comedy. Now, what makes this a comedy? What makes Dante's Divine Comedy a comedy? It's not the fact that it's funny, even though yes, it does have its humorous moments. It's the fact that it has its happy. It's the fact that It's the fact that it ends in a happy ending. Now, back to what I was saying. Okay, guys, I'm sorry. I apologize. The stream has been chaos this far. We're 20 minutes in, and the stream has been chaos this far. I need to rein the order into this. What's up, Kaylee? I didn't even know you were here. My bad. My my bad. I didn't even know you were here. I got too caught up in talking about Dante's Divine Comedy. But yeah, so the Divine Comedy is such a profound book. Hey, because I hate my nose, allergies. But it's okay. It's okay. Sorry guys, but yeah, like, okay, is you can look at it this way, right? Dante has to go through hell to get to paradise. You must go through the absolute darkest and deepest reaches of hell to get to purify yourself and to get to the other side. Now, what do I mean by that? I mean, in order for you to, okay, what am I actually trying to say here, guys? I lost my train of thought, guys. I should really write these out. I should really write these out and think them through. I should practice what I preach, and I'm trying to do that every day. But what am I trying to say here with the Divine Comedy in general? Think of it like this. Dante's soul is dirty, is muddied. He's lost in a forest at the beginning of the book, where he meets 3 wild and crazy beast-like animals. Now, I'm not sure what the animals are, because it's been a long time since I've actually read the book. However, he has to go through hell, and Virgil is his guide. Do note here, guys, do note that Virgil is in limbo. He is in the first circle of hell, limbo. And he cannot leave hell. But he's offered the opportunity to go and be a guide for Dante. And why is this entire journey happening, right? Why is this whole story being set in motion? I believe it's so that way Dante can be reunited with his love, Beatrice. Dante and Beatrice, his Divine Comedy, is one hell of a love story. This is one of the greatest love stories I've ever read. Now think of it like this, guys. Think of it like this. So, Dante, he represents the human soul, and it's filthy, and it needs to be purified. I'm basically doing my best here, guys. I'm doing my best to talk about Dante's Divine Comedy, of which is a phenomenal trilogy. I will warn you, though. I will... It's okay. It's okay. I will warn you, though, guys. I will warn you, though. It is an incredibly hard text to read. It's in that old English Shakespearean type of way. Like, it's very, very interesting, guys. It's very, very interesting. So, here's how I had it told to me after, you see, because after I read the text, after I completed the Commedia, after I completed Dante's Divine Comedy, After I completed that trilogy of books, I was confused initially. I was like, okay, that was a phenomenal read. That was an incredibly hard read. Hey, but what does it all mean? And I did a bit of research here, and here's my theory, right? Here's my theory, and I cannot take credit for this. I don't know who came up with this idea, but to me, it is a very, very profound idea in a way. I cannot take credit for this idea, but I'm not sure who came up with it either. I would give proper credit, but I can't remember who came up with the theory. All I know is it's a very good theory. Like it is very, very interesting here. So here's how the man explained it to me, right? He basically said, and and I was watching a video on this, guys. I was watching a video on this on the on on the on the trilogy itself. I was I was watching a video on the comedy itself, on the Divine Comedy itself, and what it actually kind of what he thought it represented, and I agreed with him wholeheartedly. So think of Dante's journey from hell, purgatory to heaven like this. So Dante, he represents the human soul, and it's dirty, it's muddy, it's unclean. So Dante has to go through hell, and then once he's completed that journey, Virgil must leave him, or Virgil must stay, and Dante must leave him. So, so Dante and Virgil go down Satan's back and return to the earth, essentially, and and they come out against a beautiful starry night sky, and Dante's alone, I think. And I'm I'm unsure about this, guys, because like I said, it's been a long time since I've read. It's been a long time since I've read the Divine Comedy. So correct me if I'm wrong, guys, please. I always implore you all to do that. I always say correct me if I'm wrong, because in all likelihood I probably am. But I believe Dante comes across, or Dante comes up against a beautiful starry night sky. So he's gone through hell. He's gone through the nine circles of hell. He's climbed down Satan's back, and he's arrived in purgatory. I believe there are 7 stages of purgatory, if I'm not mistaken. If I'm not mistaken, there are 7 stages of purgatory, and there are 7 P's on his forehead. So, Dante has 7 P's. Like, what's the word I'm looking for? What's the word I'm what's the word I'm looking for here, guys? Dante has 7 P's. God, the word is escaping me, guys. It is super, super annoying. So, Dante, he's made it through hell, and he is officially at purgatory, and he has 7 P's engraved into his forehead. Like, imagine this, guys. Imagine this. Imagine this, guys. So he's got crap. So he's got like 7 P's ingrained into his forehead, like here, and 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 he goes through each gate, and and when he goes through each gate, he gets another one removed, and 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 he gets closer and closer to paradise. Although he has to do something incredibly hard and incredibly difficult before he's able to leave through the next gate or go to the next gate. And he gets all 7 P's removed, and and he's and he's allowed into paradise, of which, and then he's reunited with his love Beatrice. Now, going back to what I said, guys, because I hate myself, because I never finish my statements, my brain just thinks of something else and I have to talk about it. Not this time. I'm actually going to finish my thought here, for Christ's sakes. I'm going to finish my thought process here. So, think of Dante as the human soul, and it is initially dirty, and he has to basically go through hell and purgatory to get to heaven. Now, think of Dante as the unclean human soul that needs to be clean, or that desires to be cleaned. He is a man who is unclean, that needs redemption. He needs to be redeemed, and this is the way to do it. Go through hell to get to purgatory to get to heaven. Okay, so Dante, he represents the human soul, Virgil is human reason, and Beatrice is divine love. Now, let me explain that, guys. Let me explain that. So, like I said, Dante is this unclean soul, and then about halfway through the first book, halfway through Inferno, Dante, he's in the 6th circle of hell, of which I believe is heresy. I believe the 6th circle of hell is heresy. I could be wrong about that, though, guys. I could be wrong about that, and please correct me if I am. But he enters this city of Dis, and they encounter a demon, and Virgil can't reason with the demon, so an angel has to come down and basically tell the demon off to let them through. So that shows human reason cannot reason with everything, of which is such a profound idea if you actually read the text and actually understand it. And yes, guys, I know I sound like a crazy man. I sound like a very illiterate man. I sound like a very scattered man, and that's because like, sometimes I just have trouble thinking, and I need to really just write all this down, and my thoughts, they become a whole lot more clearer. But so yeah, think of it like this, guys. Think of Dante's Divine Comedy like this. So, Dante is the human heart, or the human soul, or just the human in general that needs to be redeemed. And Virgil, he represents human reason. And Beatrice is divine light, or divine love. Whichever one you want, really. But yeah, I think I've said my piece on 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 the Divine Comedy. I think I've already made a fool of myself. I think I've already said some pretty stupid and pretty idiotic and pretty wrong things, of which, if I have, oh well, that's fine. I'll fix it, guys. I'll fix it in the next stream if y'all want me to. But I think that is enough about the Divine Comedy and Dante Alighieri's work. Now, my question is, so what do we talk about now, guys? I mean, we are 34 minutes into this, and we've got plenty of time to kill. So, like, it's just very, very interesting to me, guys. All this stuff. And, like, I mean, so what do we talk about now? I mean, I can think of stuff here to talk about. I'm just not sure if y'all would be interested in it. I'm not sure y'all would be interested in the stuff I want to talk about. Like, I love, like, I've told y'all this time and time again. I love a lot of stuff, guys. Anime, manga, comic books, history, history, or I love a lot of stuff, guys. I love anime, manga, comic books, history, mythology, philosophy, etc. But I also love movies and TV shows and all that. And one of the greatest animated films of all time, hit because I also love animation. I'm a huge animation nerd, and I can somewhat break down a lot of animations or a lot of movies, specifically 2D animated films. So, if y'all do not mind, let's talk about a 2002, I believe. I believe Hey the Prince of Egypt came out in 2002. I could be wrong about that. No, I am wrong about that. Jesus Christ, I'm wrong about that. Hang on. Hang on, guys. Hang on. No, I'm an idiot I'm a idiot, guys. I'm a fool. I am a fool of a took. It's okay though. It's okay. So, The Prince of Egypt came out in 1998. I'm an idiot. The Prince of Egypt came out in 1998. I was thinking of the film I was thinking of, guys. It was Spirit, Stallion of the Cimarron. That's the film I was thinking of. I was thinking of the 2002 DreamWorks film about horses. That's the film I was thinking of. However, I was wrong. Hey, the Prince of Egypt came out in 1998. And it's still a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful film. I mean, truly, guys. Hey, the Prince of Egypt is based off of the second book of the Bible, Exodus. It's the story of Moses, and it's just so well done. It is animated beautifully, and the story is phenomenal. Plus, I like how Moses and Ramesses are brothers, right? It's such a good adaptation. I mean, it's bloody brilliant. It is bloody brilliant, and the animation in the film is beautiful. I love it. I love it, guys. The animation is quite good. Quite good. So, we all know the story of Exodus, right? If you don't, the Egyptians captured the Israelites and basically had them enslaved, and they, they, they did a bunch of horrible stuff, right? The Egyptians did horrible stuff to the Israelites and basically enslaved them and tortured them. Oh, which this is ironic, guys. This is ironic. This is so ironic because in Genesis, in the first book of the Bible, yes, I'm getting away from the Prince of Egypt, but I'll get back to it, guys. I'll get back to the film in a moment. But let me explain to y'all why all this came about, right? Let me explain to y'all. That's awesome, bud. That's awesome. But but allow me to explain to y'all why this is so ironic, right? Why the Egyptians captured and enslaved the the Israelites and the and the people of Israel is because back in Genesis, back in the very first book of the Bible, God told Abraham he would have a son. Exactly, because God told Abraham he would have a son with Sarah, or at the time, Sarai. You see, Abraham and Sarah were originally named Abram and Sarai, but God renamed them Abraham and Sarah. So, God tells Abraham he will have a child with Sarah. But Sarah is 90 years old, and Abraham is over 100. Abraham is over 100 years old, and Sarah is 90. There's no possible way for that to happen, right? Right? So here's what they do. They, they don't believe him. They don't trust him. So Sarah gives Abraham her maid, her helper. Sarah gives Abraham her maid Hagar, and Abraham goes into Hagar and and basically sleeps with her, and Hagar has Ishmael. Now, all this to say, guys, all this to say that Sarah willingly gave Abraham, her husband, Hagar, another woman, to go and sleep with, to have a child. And she did. But once after that, Sarah looked upon Hagar and despised her. She cast her out. Sarah cast Hagar out of the house and out into the wilderness. And Hagar is upset, and the angel of the Lord came to her and said, Fear not, the Lord hears you. And guys, I'm paraphrasing here. I'm basically paraphrasing and trying to summarize this as best I can. So, the angel of the Lord comes to Hagar and basically says, everything is going to be okay. You shall name the child Ishmael, and he will be the leader of a cruel and violent nation. But the Lord will bless him. And he did. So, that's the entire backdrop, right? That's the entire backstory of Exodus, right? Because Ishmael is the first in a long line of, okay, Ishmael basically started the Egyptian people, right? So basically what I'm trying to say here, guys, is that the Egyptian people come from Hagar's line, come from Ishmael. Hey, because no, I'm also wrong about that. Hey, because Hagar, he was a Egyptian slave woman. Hagar, he was a Egyptian slave, and she bears Ishmael, and due to this, guys, the Egyptians enslaved the Israelites here for well over like 40 years, I think. And it's such a profound book. And it's truly such a profound story here, because Sarah eventually does have a son, Isaac. So this sets up their sons. So this basically sets up their sons and their descendants to be in war with each other, essentially. Hey, because I've always felt it wrong. I've always felt it wrong what Sarah did to Hagar, and I felt Hagar never got proper justice. Boy, was I wrong. because in Exodus, she kind of does get justice, although is it really what she would have wanted though? And because her people, due to due to the bloodline and lineage of her son, her people enslave the the Israelites, enslave en- enslave Isaac's people almost. And guys, I could be wrong about the details. I could have gotten some details wrong, but I mean, I've gone through Genesis 20 times and it's a phenomenal book. I've gone through Exodus 5 times and I'm about to go through it the sixth time. But yeah, all this to say, guys, all of that to explain the backdrop for Exodus, for the Prince of Egypt. So, now that we know where the rivalry or the bad blood stems from, now we can actually go into a bit of it. So, Moses is born and and he is to be killed like all the other babies in 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 Egypt, of which his mother saves him. His mom saves him by putting him in a basket and letting him drift away at sea. She does this on purpose, guys. And and in the film anyway, back to the Prince of Egypt now. Back to the Prince of Egypt and the film and the adaptation of of Exodus. So Pharaoh so Pharaoh's wife finds him and decides to adopt him, naming him Moses. And it's very, very interesting, guys. Hey, because I love that dynamic. It makes it all the more heartbreaking when they do eventually split up and separate, and that brotherhood is broken. Hey, between Ramesses and Moses, that brotherhood is eventually broken. Like the film establishes Ramesses and Moses as brothers. Pharaoh and his wife adopt Moses, basically adopt him as their second son, and it is truly, truly amazing, guys. So the film is it's beautifully animated, like like I said, it's beautifully animated, and and like I said, it's a loose story. It is a loose adaptation of Exodus. Now, so what's the story of Exodus in the shortest and most condensed way I can describe it, right? So it's the story of Moses freeing the slaves, freeing the Israelites, freeing them from Egypt, basically, and and they wander through the desert for 40 years. And it is an amazing story, guys. It's an amazing story. I love this film so much. Like I love when, let's see here. I love when, oh, my brain. I am it's not the fact that I'm tired, although that as well, but let's get back to it. So, Moses eventually, he realizes Miriam was right, that he is one of us. He is one of them. And it's very, very interesting, guys, when he realizes that in the soundtrack. The soundtrack in this film is beautifully, is beautifully done. Hey, the music in this film is absolutely top notch. Hey, Deliver Us is good. Hey, the lullaby is good. All I ever wanted is good. Hey, the burning bush is great. I mean, it's all so good. Soundtrack, animation, storytelling, characterization, beautiful. I mean, this film is truly top notch. Anyways, so Moses eventually learns the truth, but initially he denies it. But eventually he does learn the truth, and and he goes and he marries crap, I forget her name, but he marries not not he marries crap, I forgot her name, but he marries this girl, right? I forgot her name. I'm such an idiot, guys. I'm such an idiot. I forgot her name. Sahara? Sahara? Something like that? I really don't know. I really do not know, guys. Just give me a second, please. Let me just do this, right? Alright, let me do this, guys. Let me look it up right quick, because I'm an idiot. I am a I'm an utter buffoon and a full-on idiot. So let me just look this up right quick. I am ignorant to a lot of stuff, guys, of which I really do hate the fact that I'm doing this on stream right now. Oh lordy. Uh okay, okay. Never mind, guys, never mind. I feel so stupid right now, guys. I feel so stupid. You know what? You know what? Tomorrow night I'll give you all a more coherent, hopefully, a more coherent and a more deep dive into the Prince of Egypt. I hope, anyway. That's the hope. Like, so basically, what I was, what I was trying to say, what I was trying to say, guys, is that once Moses learns the truth, once Moses learns the truth, he goes to set his people free. And it's very, very interesting, guys. It is very, very interesting. And one of my favorite scenes in the film, guys, is once he's left, once he's realized the truth, he he he's a shepherd boy a lot. He's a shepherd a lot like David in a way, a lot like David. He's a shepherd boy, and one of the sheep run off. One of the sheep run off, and he has to go chase it, and then we get the burning bush scene to where he goes and talks with God, and God says, Moses, Moses, and then he says, here I am, and then God basically says, take the sandals from your feet, in the land of which you stand, or no, hit the ground of which you stand is holy ground. Moses says, who are you? And God says, I am the God of your ancestors, Isaac, or no, yeah. And then God says, I am the God of your and then God says, I am the God of your ancestors, and then God says, I'm God of your ancestors. I should just stop talking. I should just give up this grand ordeal and just stop the stream right now because I'm not gonna get through anything because of my stupid speech impediment. It's so annoying. Hey, but it's okay. It's okay, guys. We will get through this, guys. Trust me. We will get through this. But yeah. So God says, I am the God of your ancestors, Isaac, Abraham. I am the God of your ancestors, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. There we go. There we go, guys. There we go. I finally got it. I finally got it. So God says to him, I am the God of your ancestors, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. And then here we hear previous dialogue in the film, except it's muffled and it's kind of echoey and it's very good. It's very phenomenal. And then and then Moses, not God, Moses, and then and then and then Moses takes the sandals from his feet, and then God basically says, as I have seen the oppression of my people in Egypt, and I've come to deliver them out of Egypt and into a land flowing with milk and honey, and 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 unto them I send you. So God basically sends Moses to free his people, to to free the slaves, to free the Israelites, and then Moses outright he rejects him. He's like, no, I can't. I am the son. I was the son of the person who had slaughtered their children. I was the prince of Egypt. No, no, no. You have the wrong person. No. How do I even speak to these people? No. He basically says, he basically outright rejects them, saying, no, no. You've got the wrong person, and you've got the wrong messenger. How do I even speak to these people? And then God just basically says, who made man's mouth? Who made man's mouth? Who made the deaf, the mute, the seeing, or the blind? Did not I? Now go. That is such a phenomenal scene, guys. That is such a phenomenal scene. Who made man's mouth? Who made the deaf, the mute, the seeing, or the blind? It is just it's such a good scene, guys. In fact, I have it. I have it right here. I'm currently looking at the scene right now. Like, this scene, it's phenomenal, guys. Just go look up Prince of Egypt Burning Bush on YouTube and have a field day here with that, because that's a phenomenal scene. Look it up. Watch the entire film, actually. Watch the entire film. It is on Netflix. It is very good. It's a very good film, guys. Go watch The Prince of Egypt. It's a phenomenal animated film. I believe it took 2 years for DreamWorks to animate that one scene. Hey, when Moses parts the Red Seas, I believe it took DreamWorks 2 years to animate that scene. But it's so well done, guys. It is so well done. It's so good. It's just so good, guys. This entire film is great. And I am sorry. I apologize if this dream has not. Yes, I have. Yes, I have. That's also a good film, although I prefer The Prince of Egypt. Because I believe The Prince of Egypt was animated better. But that's neither here nor there. But but yeah, guys, I apologize. I am sorry if this dream wasn't entertaining, it wasn't educational, it wasn't fun, if it was rambly, if it was nonsensical, if this dream it was bad, if if this dream it was horrible, bad, idiotic, stupid, or rambly, or stuttery, or jittery, or if I tripped over my words too much, oh well. I'm sorry, guys. Like, this is just it's it's not the fact that I'm shy or nervous. I'm not shy or nervous when it comes to this. And because, guys, there are three reasons. There are three reasons I do these every night, guys. Every night from 10 p.m. to 11 p.m. There are three reasons I do these, guys. Number one is to see if there's anyone else interested in what I'm interested in, aka or i.e. anime, manga, comic books, history, mythology, philosophy, etc., etc., etc. Hey, the second reason I do these, guys, is to promote my stories, is to promote my works, and to promote the stuff I'm working on currently. And the third and final reason I do this, guys, the third and final reason I do this is probably the most important reason of all. Is to try to get better at talking, is to try to get better at speaking and thinking more clearly and articulating myself better. And I'm not doing that currently, of which I'm sorry. I'm very, very sorry. Like, it's very, very interesting to me that all of y'all do watch and all of y'all do like this stuff, apparently. But yeah, guys. Yeah, guys, just thank y'all so much for watching and listening and all that. And yeah, guys, we've hit the hour mark, guys. We've hit the hour mark. So, with that, guys, y'all know what to do. And with that, guys, so we've hit the hour mark. And with that, guys, I'm outie. Y'all know what to do. And y'all know what to do. Like, share, and subscribe, turn on post notifications, turn on all post notifications. So that we never miss a video, and you'll be notified whenever I upload or do anything like this, guys. And with that, guys, I am outie. I love you guys and thank you, guys. I hate it when this happens. I go to hit the exit button and it doesn't work. Anyways, guys, we've hit the hour mark. And with that, guys, I'm outie. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe. Turn on post notifications. Turn on all post notifications. So that we never miss a video, and you'll be notified whenever I upload. And with that, guys, I am outie. I love you guys, and thank you, guys.